comes on, they do. If they don't, they don't.
There you go.
Well, that's the only way I can look at it anymore. So,
Yeah, it's hard to get people to do what you hope they
There
do,
we
you know,
go.
sometimes.
well, my main thing is that as I meet you guys, I was just talking to Grandma and Little Joe. And Grandma was like, well, with all these people you're meeting, you need to start something, you know. And they're talking about a collage on Facebook page and all that good stuff, you know.
I'll tell you
Okay.
what, it really means a lot to people when you go meet them in person.
Well, it changes your whole relationship with
It
them,
does.
you know.
It does.
So, what the heck? Now, some people, Paul, he got nervous as all get out.
Yeah,
What
I can
was
tell
that
you.
like? Oh, yeah.
He'll talk to you up a storm on the phone now.
Right.
I talked to him like 2.5 hours one day.
Well, I was talking to him after the fact, and I looked like a damn bobblehead. I wasn't tired. I just bobbed my. I said, dude, relax. It's all
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
Yeah, it is different when you're on camera, isn't it?
Yeah, see, me, I do it so often that I ignore it half the time. You know, I
Yeah,
stand here and have
Well,
a
you've done it for a
conversation.
long time.
Well, I'm working on my 4th year. So I've
Yeah.
completed 3 years of it. So, you know. But this gives people the chance to holler at the individual. See, now they can see you and they can put a face to the name
Yeah.
on there, you know. So it's
That's
all
kind of
good.
why I started friending people on Facebook too. That I knew was going to be good people,
Yeah.
and
You never know on Facebook if they're good.
No, you
could
don't.
meet somebody like me.
I keep
So-
my Facebook pretty tight. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I don't want too many.
yeah.
I had quite a
Jim
few.
Dunn, what's up? Oh, I can't read the names. I didn't bring my.
What's going on, boys?
Somebody said howdy to
It's
you.
old
there. It
Rusty
looked
Burger
like
9
you.
here.
Oh. Well, we got to stand back, so we can't be up there reading that. Or else all you got to do is see these massive chests.
That's
We
it.
don't want to be flexing and making y'all feel bad. Oh. What the heck? So how long you been in New Mexico?
Man, it's beautiful. I love it here.
How long you been here? Born and raised here? or
No,
you
I've been
moved
here 13 years.
Where you come
I
from?
was born in Texas, and
You left
then
Texas?
and then we moved to my family and I moved to Illinois. And I spent
That
most
was
of
a
my life in
mistake.
Illinois.
That was a mistake.
So I come from the same part of the world you
Right.
do, pretty much.
I ran like hell as soon as I could.
Me too.
So,
I left when I was in my 20s, and I went to a little town called Butler, PA, near
Yeah.
Pittsburgh. And I loved it too, but the weather, just brutal. Just brutal weather.
yeah.
With
Yeah, I
my
love
health
weather.
and stuff, I couldn't do that kind of weather
Right.
anymore. Just too wet.
Right. Well, and that cold wetness, boy, that set up new aches and pains in you.
Boy, it does, too.
Oh.
I had a hard enough time in the warmth, let alone the cold.
Right? Well, that's like me and Grandma. It's like I remember when we used to move, be able to move around and not make noises with it.
Yeah, I
You
know.
know, now every time we go to get up or
Oh, I
do,
know.
climb out of the truck, I'm grunting and groaning and moaning and
Absolutely.
all the sound effects.
We're standing here by Papa's big old LWT truck. It's a beautiful truck.
We're at
I
my
always loved
work.
Peterbilts. I just always loved it. You know how big they are.
The old
Just-
trucks I did. These new ones, I take them or leave them.
What year is this truck?
Oh, this is probably what is this, 19? So it's probably like a 16. I'd have to look. He don't keep them very long.
I want to give out the shout out to all the Papa Joe Mafia.
Yeah, see, now last night I was asking y'all, what do I put on that Mafia shirt? Y'all got to give me some ideas what to put on it.
I always thought it should be Papa Joe and God We Trust. That is kind of
But see,
good,
it's
though.
a mafia.
Right.
Yeah. So we got to do something with the mafia.
Well, the Lord might be able to put a hit on somebody.
Right?
That's not for me to say that.
Well, in the Old Testament, he did.
Well, absolutely. He took a couple folks out, didn't he?
Well, or a couple countries.
That's it.
And he got mad when he said, I want you to take them all out. Man, woman, child, animal, pet,
He
take them all out.
He wiped that big hand that was all over, brother.
Well, they didn't take them all out. And that's when he got mad at the ones he had sent in. But that's a whole different story.
I'll tell you what, it's
Yeah.
great to be able to meet Papa Joe and have a face to the name. And,
Lucky rascal. You see my face on there all the time.
I know.
You know, you just want to see if I was really
You
this good
handsome devil,
looking.
you.
That's what it was.
Honey, hush.
You can read them comments. I got to get my eyeballs to do it.
Hey, guys, what's going on? Oh, I ain't too nervous, man. I love y'all, you know that. Paul, Carlos, Jim Dunn. Hey, Ralph, what's going on, man? I got to bend way down. I want to show y'all my bear claw. I got this years ago from Cherokee Elders. It's actually a real grizzly bear claw.
See, now I would have had to add to that. Back in '09, I wrestled him down, and I took it from him and then let him go. Oh, 6, 7 people and 2 likes. What's up with that? Y'all hit that like button for us.
No, I'll never hit that like button.
Oh, I'm always telling them.
I know.
You know,
I try to too.
you think it would be habit by now. Let's hit the like button before Papa Joe starts yelling at us. Oh. And what have I got? 86 pieces on. Oh, lazy boy.
If I don't hit that like button, you're going to get one of these. See, these boots ain't just made for walking.
Not through the camera. My camera done fell on me once.
Yeah.
I had put it over here. Now, I ain't had that problem until I go to interview Rusty. Now, you see what happened?
There's a whole lot of
What
ugly
is
right
that
there.
saying? That's what
It's a whole
I'm
lot of
saying. So, well, you had to get up early to drive down there.
Yeah, I did. And I'd do it again anytime.
Well, cool.
You know the time I went to bed? About 2 o'clock.
Damn it, boy.
And I got up about 5.
Oh, I went to bed right after I got offline.
I think I got about 3 links. Tell you what, though, I feel good though.
And it's already like 40 degrees out here.
I told you it was going to be better weather for you.
Well, I looked last night and it said it'd get up in the 50s today.
Papa Joe didn't believe me. He was down in Moriarty and Tucumcari, and he said it was like 19 degrees. I said, well, it's like 50 here right now.
Well,
And that was last night. He
when
said,
I
I don't
got up this
think you're telling
morning-
the truth, Rusty.
It was like 6 o'clock. No, I never said that. I might have implied it, but
Yeah,
I
yeah,
didn't
I
say it. I got up 6 o'clock. It was 29 degrees.
Yeah.
And as I kept, and yesterday when I was talking to the wife, it was at 19. And every time I would progress, I was talking to her on the phone, and here goes, it seemed like it was going up a degree a mile. You know, and she's like, at that rate, hell, you'll be having summertime.
It's been pretty. Last week we had a few 60s, 62, 63 degree days. The days I went to the zoo,
Yeah.
I took my wife one day, and then the next day, my son was off school, so I took him. So I try to spend as much time as I
Yeah,
can
but
with my family because,
The thing is that you brought him back.
right?
When you take him to the zoo, you're supposed to leave him.
Yeah, well, he is an
Find
animal.
a cage, exactly. I mean,
That was for you, son.
for.
My son's 15. His name's George. He's a big, tall kid. He's like 5.
Howdy, George.
He's like 5'11" already.
Damn. At 15, he might be a basketball star.
He does acting. That's his thing. He's pretty good at it.
Oh yeah, cool.
He did a big play in Santa Fe last summer with a lot of really seasoned actors. Shakespeare did.
Yeah,
Like, it was tough because a lot of those people had 20 or 30 years experience,
right,
and he was just like getting into Shakespeare for the first time.
right.
He did amazing, really.
Now, can you all hear us on there? We are standing back away from it a little bit.
He actually did 12 shows.
Damn.
Yeah.
Well,
It was
by
a
the
lot
end
of driving
12,
for me.
Right.
I did a lot of driving.
But at the end of 12 shows, he should have had it down pat.
He did. He did an amazing job. He really did. He didn't stumble a whole lot, I'll tell you what. He has a good memory, like for
What
that.
time you got? You got a watch on?
No, I got my phone somewhere.
Here in a few minutes.
7:30.
7:30. Okay. Well, my appointment's 8 o'clock.
Look at that.
Uh-huh.
It's on the phone, simple living.
There
All I
you
gotta
go.
do is push that and I'll be live. I am live.
Live and in person.
Alive and good looking, boys.
Howdy, Paul. What's up, brother? We got to get together later. Oh, Lord, Jim Dunn, this
I
ain't
want to hear
about
that, Paul.
you.
72 degrees. Come on now. It's still a little chilly here, but it feels pretty
In
good.
the house. And in Southern California, it's 50. Carlos said they can hear us. Good.
Right on, Carlos. Love you, brother.
Carlos says you need some tacos in your life. Too skinny. Boy, that ain't no lie. Yeah, he a little bitty spit of water.
I always been skinny, man. Have you ever seen a fat racehorse, brother?
Yeah, when they've been retired, and you're retired.
Yeah, that's it.
No. Mama ain't fattening you up. See, you're feeding too many critters. You can't feed yourself.
That's true.
No.
I'll tell you what, man. I do a lot of running for all that animals.
Yeah. Well, it's a passion of love.
I spent $67 last night. Just, man, that's just fish food and dog food and a few
The
crickets.
fish food will last a while, but the crickets and the dog food ain't gonna last
I'll
long.
tell you what, it goes quick, man. It really does. But it's a passion. I love animals. I always have since I was a little kid. If I could probably have my own zoo, or really what I'd love to have is a big ranch. You know, like a giant horse ranch.
Well, see, when we bought our place, that was our idea, was do a miniature farm. Do all miniature critters, you know. And
it's a lot of work.
it's a lot of work. And Grandma couldn't do it. I was going to have to be driving to support it. And, you know, it just didn't work out. We'd got the chickens and the goats and all that. It started being a pain on her. And then the chickens, I like to free-range them a little bit. They found out the little old lady across the road, she fed the wild birds. You couldn't keep chickens away then.
Yeah, my neighbors have chickens across the street.
Oh, that'll feed your dogs.
It feeds the coyotes, man.
Right?
The coyotes are everywhere where we live.
Well, I had some pheasant too, and the raccoons got the pheasants. Raccoons are some smart individuals.
They are. They're very intelligent.
Yeah.
I tell you what, they're very mean too. They can they can get brutal.
Oh yeah. Well,
especially where we're from, you know, you see a lot of raccoons and stuff.
They'll get in there and they won't kill just what they want to eat. They get the bloodlust going and they kill everything and just leave nothing but a mess behind.
Yeah, we got to figure out what we're going to put on the Papa Joe Mafia t-shirt.
Yeah, and the comments.
I can't wait to see it. I'm excited about it.
And the comments after the video's up, people, tell me what you want on the Mafia shirt. Do we just say Papa Joe's Mafia, or do we elaborate a little bit? Little Joe's all into the Papa Joe Mafia. I wanted to elaborate, but I don't know what to elaborate.
That's the thing. Sometimes simple is just powerful, though.
Well, I kind of like simple.
Yeah.
It's kind of like
you are simple,
living.
Man. That's it. Man, I'm glad I got to meet you today, man.
Well, Grandma might argue about the simple part. Hell, she might argue about being glad to meet me.
Well, I guarantee you my wife will think that I'm not simple. Because I can be a real pain.
Can't we all?
I'm one of those people, man. I just can't. If I get mind locked on something, I cannot get off of it until I make it happen.
Yeah.
I've been that way my whole life.
Well, see, my
I don't
wife,
know what it is.
Her main thing with me is once we talk about something and we decide that this is what we want to do, I start making it happen. And she's like, damn, I didn't know you meant today. Okay, well, did
today's
you want
good
to
as
do
any.
I mean, you know,
yeah.
You know me by now.
Yeah. It's hard to get off of something. And I think that runs in men more than women, because women.
Well, in the older men, the younger generation, if you ain't talking about sitting on the couch and playing with a gadget, the younger generation just ain't worried about it.
That's true.
So
I try to get my son away from the phone, you know.
Well, see, now I didn't let mine get the computer. I didn't even let mine take a calculator to school.
He's a good kid.
Until they was way up in high school. And they learned as adults after the fact, and actually 2 of them contacted me and told me thank you, because they're like, my peers, they can't even do basic math. Go to the cash register, and if the cash register don't tell them what change to give back, they're lost.
Oh yeah.
You know, so my kids did tell Dad, thank you. As I raised them up, telling them, look, basic math, reading, and reading comprehension. If you master those three, you can master life.
That's true.
Period. You know? Because if you don't know it, you read it, you understand what you're reading, and you apply it.
The two things my mom's biggest conviction was learning how to spell, because she grew up on an old farm and she couldn't spell to save her life.
I can't either.
I
I have spell check and grandma. So before I had spell check, I'd write out whatever we had to write. Then grandma would have to go through it, proofread it, correct my spelling, my grammar, punctuation. Then she'd give it back to me, and I'd reread it again, and I'd make corrections, and she'd have to rewrite
You're probably
it.
getting better now, though. Since
Yeah, I got spell check.
Yeah.
I'm a lot better now.
Well, you have a lot more practice, at least. Whether you got better or not, that's another thing.
Right?
You want to check the comments, see how we're doing?
You can.
How do you do it?
Take your glove off,
Okay.
touch your screen, and then you can scroll down or scroll up.
Okay, I see how it's different on yours.
That's why I tell you, mine shows up different because I'm recording. I'm the host.
I'll tell you what, I spend a lot more than $67 on food. I'll tell you what, it adds up quick, man.
Just scroll down to wherever we stopped at last.
You can see that belt buckle, boys.
Let's see.
Border Patrol.
There's our comments on the sound. Love you too, Carlos.
There's not a whole lot difference between Mexican pets and rusty pets.
Right?
I love the desert critters, you know.
Paul's asking you to elaborate a little bit, I guess, on he talking about Mexican pets and rusty pets. There you go. Elaborate, Paul.
Well, I have a tarantula, so it's very close to.
Do they
I'd
speak
say
Spanish? That's the main question.
Well, they probably would if they could talk. I tell you one thing, they speak food language.
Right.
They love food.
Well, I know a lot of the Mexicans in Texas. You'll hear them with their pets, and they talk to them in Mexican. You know, just like if you watch a video of Italy. You know, wherever you're at, they learn your language.
All my neighbors where I live all originated from Mexico, and they're wonderful people. I mean,
good thing Carlos ain't there. He'd be going around stealing tacos.
We'd deport Carlos.
More than likely. Hell, if they could catch him, California would deport him. Well,
I tell you what, it's a lot of fun, though.
I'm going to peek around here, see if anybody's showing up. We got a couple cars yet.
Papa Joe's checking for the
Receiver.
Checking for his receiver. What are you running today? Furniture, you said?
Yeah, this is Lazy Boy.
Oh man, you should just offload one right to my house.
I don't know if you could afford it.
Probably not. I'm broke.
Well, the cost of it's going to be the rest of my driving career.
I heard that.
I used to haul them boats, and I got so tired of hearing people, "Oh, you got my boat. Drop that off at my house." I said, "You can't afford it." Well, how do you know? I said, "Because I'll be getting fired, and nobody will hire me back for stealing the boat. So I've got another 15 years of working. Let's see, it's $75,000 a year. I don't think you can afford it." Yeah, that's damn near $1 million. So they didn't like my math. I'm going to let you talk to them a few minutes.
Okay.
I'll put you on the spot, and I'm going to go see if they're available.
Okay.
And I don't know if I'll have to break this down. Some of these Lazy Boys, because the stuff stacks so high, they want the driver to pull it off the top where they can scan it with her. And some of them, they're like, "Man, get out of here. We got it." I've never delivered this one.
Okay.
I'll be back, folks. Be nice to him. Jim Dunn, you be nice. No striptease talk.
What's going on, guys? It's old Rusty B here. What's going on, guys? Sorry, I can't see your comments right now. Hold on a second. Let me see if this is it. Oh, okay, I got you. What's going on, Mr. Paul? Border Patrol was a famous bull on the rodeo circuit way back when. He was more of a champion than Bull Riders was. I can show it to you. Anyway, I had it for a long time. Anyway, you guys got to see my red iguana. I'll be putting some more pictures up of some of my animals here and there. Gussie Pig was screaming for his meal this morning. I'll tell you one thing, that pig is one of the smartest animals you'll ever find in your lifetime. They're very, very, very highly intelligent. And you can be as quiet as a church mouse, and he will be knowing exactly what you're doing or when. Very intelligent animal. I always talk to my animals just like I do people, and I think that's what always makes them intelligent. You know, it's just simple stuff, you know. I always had the gift of just being around animals and kind of knowing what they want. Like each animal I have different characteristics, and I just go by that. Like my iguana, he'll go to the top of the cage in the evening and act like he wants to get out. So I'll know immediately that he wants to eat. That's his sign that he wants to eat. It's just the little stuff in life, you know. You pay attention to animals. They love you, you love them, you know. I really enjoy them now. I worked on a horse ranch for quite a while up in the mountains of Pennsylvania, and just a beautiful place. And it could be a scary place too, because there's a lot of bears in Pennsylvania, and sometimes you come across a bear and that horse would spook. Thank God my horse was a very smart horse. So you drove out to meet with Papa, or were you in the area? Well, I live in a little town called Pena Blanca, New Mexico, and I live about an hour to 50 minutes from here. It's only about 50 minutes to an hour, and I think I went to bed about 2 o'clock, and I probably got to sleep probably about 3 o'clock, and I got up about 5 o'clock. So I didn't get a whole lot of sleep. I was kind of excited to meet Papa Joe. I might do better if I was on my knee. There, now you can see this pretty face. So what are you guys up to this morning? I'll switch hats with him when he comes back. As you can see, I need a haircut, boys. My hair's getting long, man. Looking like an old hippie. My wife tells me at this age, you just be glad you have hair, Rusty. I got that good Indian hair, boys.
Well, are you a celebrity yet?
I hope so. If I ain't, I'm close to it.
Was Jim Dunn nice to you?
I haven't seen his comment. What up, Jim Dunn? Oh, Paul said he wants us to switch hats.
That's all right. That's
Yeah.
one thing you learn about cowboys. They don't never switch hats.
Here, try it.
I got my own at home.
Here.
I don't know what kind of critters you
I
got.
ain't got nothing, man. Look at that.
Damn. Damn.
Beautiful. Here, just put it on top of that one.
Paul, it was Paul wanting us to do this.
Yes.
You owe us, buddy boy. You owe us big time. Hell, that one's going to fall down on him. This one don't even fit. I got the big head. I'm a YouTube celebrity. See? Look, my head's swelling as we talk.
We look good in anything. It don't matter, does it?
Thank you. Exactly. Exactly.
You can tell I got the Italian blood when I do this. Buona fortuna, buona fortuna.
And besides that, give me my meatball. I gotta grab my jacket, and we're fixing to move over in the sunlight. It's chilly over here.
It is a little bit, ain't it?
Yeah. Oh.
Paul Butler, what's the matter for you, huh?
And my guy is in there. He set in a little bit. He's gonna have them pull a truck out of the
screenshot you guys.
dock.
I'll send it to you guys. Thanks, Carlos.
Said they'll have them pull one out of the dock.
We should put it up there in front of the truck and just stand in front of the truck.
We're going to.
All right. That'd be a cool shot.
See, you keep hitting this bottom button.
Yes, sir.
Don't hit that. All you gotta do is touch the screen and scroll.
Oh, okay. I was
like
hitting
that.
this.
I know it. And that allows me to change up what we're doing with it.
Okay.
Let's try this again. Is it chilly out here?
Yeah, it is.
We get out in the
Feels good
sunlight.
sun, though. It always does.
Right?
Where are we going?
Right here.
Okay.
It's still there.
I thought we was going to stand in front of the truck.
Nah, hell, I see the truck all the time.
He's tired of this truck. Papa Joe said his truck's a mess right now. It's kind of funny because I was listening to old Jerry Reed all the way down.
Oh, yeah.
Eastbound and down, no more intro.
Yeah, he passed away here a couple years.
Yeah, he did,
back.
2008.
Yeah. I was still listening to Sirius Radio. I listened to his last interview he did on Road Dog.
Okay.
And he used to come on the Road Dog a lot. Then it was just like 2 or 3 days later, it seemed like he passed away. He is a character.
See? Burt Reynolds came up with that thing about Jerry Reed that he was so hyper that he could thread a sewing machine with it moving, with it running.
Right.
You know, Burt Reynolds also said that Jerry Reed was the most natural in front of the camera ever seen in his life.
Yeah.
He was too.
Yeah.
When you watch Smokey and the Bandit, like, man, you could tell that he just was himself.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And
Well,
I watched an interview about him where he said he was out carp fishing. He said that's all he could ever catch.
Right. He
And he
tried
said
to
he-
catch catfish, but caught carp.
He
Been
said
there.
he was in the swamps of Atlanta. And he said he got a phone call. And he said it was Elvis's manager. And he said, how fast can you come down here and cut this record with Elvis? He goes, these guys down here can't pick like you can. You know what I'm saying? Well, he had the claw, you know, that finger picker stuff.
Yeah.
I tell you what, I tried that stuff myself. It's not easy to do.
Well, all the good ones had it. Look at Roy Clark.
Oh, absolutely.
Poor Roy Clark's heart attack. I grew up watching him on Hee Haw, and damn, he could pick, and I mean, pick any stringed instrument. Now, he could play other stuff, but he specialized on string instruments,
Yes, sir.
and it didn't matter.
Well, Paul told me a story that he went and seen Roy Clark.
Oh, that'd be cool.
And he said he didn't know, he debated whether he was going to go see it. And he said, man, we were glad that we went
I bet.
because he was a great musician.
Oh, yeah. Well, and a comedian. I mean, he'd cut up, make fun of himself, cut jokes in the middle of his songs.
And,
Well-
and a lot of guys don't realize how much music actually came out of Bakersfield, you know?
Yeah.
That was a country mecca. you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. Well,
Guys,
that's where
guys like
old,
us our age and stuff, we all love the old country, you know?
the old boy was, damn it, the one I'm proud of being Okie from Muskogee.
That's who I'm talking about.
Yeah,
Merle Haggard.
Merle Haggard. He was from Bakersfield.
Yeah, he was.
He really was not from Muskogee. His parents was from Muskogee,
Mhm.
and if I remember correctly, Merle was born in Muskogee, but when he was like a year or so old, they moved to Bakersfield.
Okay.
If I remember correctly.
I always liked his voice. I always loved Working Man Blues. That's one of my favorite songs.
Yeah. Oh.
Make a little bit of time.
Right. So Rusty lives, I don't know, 30 miles from here. He says about 45-minute drive.
Yeah, it's not very far.
When I get out of here, I'm going up northwest to Cuba.
How far is that?
About 80 miles, just under 80 miles.
It's probably good I met you over here then.
Well, it
This
didn't
is
matter
close
to
for
me.
me. I mean,
Yeah,
this is nothing for me. This is like driving down the street because where I live, you have to drive everywhere.
Well, I left out there where I was at. I stayed at Lisa's truck stop. Good Mexican meal out there last night. And
They have some good food here.
well, they've got good food at Lisa. It's a small little diner inside the fuel stop. They don't have
What did you have?
six or eight tables in there, but it's good food, decent price.
Yeah.
And last night cost me with my tip was $11, and I had a Mexican combination, you know. So their rice wasn't the best in my opinion, but
Yeah.
it was
happens.
okay. Right,
Yeah.
exactly.
Rice is one.
It's the end of the day.
Rice is one of them funny things that's hard to cook anyway.
Well,
I'm pretty good at cooking Korean rice because I worked in some Asian restaurants. And
well, have you been watching my
picked up-
daughter-in-law's videos?
I haven't, but I need to start.
You need to. She's Filipino, and she's been putting
Oh,
up
is she?
some of hers. So she just did a stew over the weekend that Stone watched it. Me and Stone both are like, I'm going to try that. And I told the boy, I said, from what all she's added there, that is way too salty for me. I don't do salt. I
It's
quit
probably
doing
good that
salt
you don't.
30 years
because
ago. And
It's not good for blood pressure. And
quit doing salt because I have what they call fish poisoning. It's an allergy to seafood.
oh, okay.
And that basically.
So you can't eat any food, seafood. then?
Well, I can nowadays,
Uh-huh.
but the main thing that we found out is that it was an allergy to salt or sodium.
Mhm.
So as I cut the sodium out, I cut it out for years. And when me and Grandma use the salt, we use non-sodium type salt. We try to find any of our foods without sodium,
Okay.
you know. But we cooked one of her other dishes, and it was so salty. And I told Little Joe, I want to try the stew. It really sounds good. But she's got fish oil in it, fish oil, fire, and salt. Then she has a Filipino seasoning pack, which I told him I ain't driving 50 miles from where I'm at to find an Asian store. So she works at one now. So he went and picked up 3 packs, and he's like, they're coming in to make it. So, and I told him, I said, well, I'm going to make it, but I'm going to make it an American version. And there was a couple of veggies that she used that I know I can't get. And I said, hell, that looks like a tater. I'm going to put tater in there.
Yeah, I mean whatever you like.
Yeah.
You know, so.
So, but it really
Asian
sounds-
cuisine is very. They have a very salty diet. To be
Well,
good with.
right.
They're used to that heavy, probably salt.
Yep. Well, they have the salt over there, and someone else would tell me, oh, they like the salt. And I said, no, it ain't that they like the salt. They're behind times compared to us. So to preserve stuff, you use more salt.
Absolutely.
Salt is a preservative. You
Some
know?
people are from
So-
older villages and stuff where
There's
you don't
no-
have all the amenities
right.
like other people do.
Well, they cook a lot fresher over there because they go to the market every
Absolutely,
day,
yeah.
and they buy stuff out of the market every day because they don't have refrigeration. A lot of them don't. I mean, it ain't like the whole country's like that, but you know. So,
Best
but-
place I found to buy, like, when I go to buy my iguana greens and stuff, I go to a little store called Sprouts.
yeah.
They have them here in Albuquerque, but it's where I'm probably going to go after this because
You're here.
my
Why not?
beautiful red iguana is out of greens.
Uh-oh.
And I also feed Gus, aka Bacon Bits, greens because Dr. Fallon, he's an older veterinarian and he's very, very good guy. And he said make sure you feed him greens and
Right.
apples and stuff.
Well, that'll help keep it flushed.
Oh, absolutely.
You know.
He's
But-
healthy. He's really healthy.
But the daughter-in-law is learning where she's wanting to cook.
Next
So-
time, man, I'm gonna bring him with me. I didn't want to bring him this time because I don't have a harness for him because he grew out of his.
What
So
do y'all
I have
think
no
a lizard headband around this hat? What do you think? And then we have Grandma paint Papa Joe Mafia.
Hey,
First kill.
if you want, I believe I have some rattlesnake skin from a snake that I killed. A couple summers ago, my son, I had to go pick him up in Denver. Well, at the airport in Albuquerque, but he came from Denver.
Right.
And we came home, and the people across the street were having a little party. And I didn't really think nothing of it. And all of a sudden, I started hearing this noise. It sounded like a sprinkler. I mean, we're in the house with the TV on.
Yeah.
It's louder because they have their music on outside. And I'm hearing it. There's no grass where I live, so
Right.
I knew it couldn't be a sprinkler. I told George, I said, look out the window and see what that noise is. He looks out there, and where you look out the window, you can see up under the porch. You can see up under the porch. And right down here, the cat, we have an outside cat that used to live out there. And he said, he's got that
Cat.
rattlesnake pinned underneath that
Yeah. Yeah.
big old 5-foot rattlesnake, man. I mean, this thing was huge.
Yeah, cats will kill snakes. We have a snake issue, and Grandma's been feeding a couple of stray cats around there. Particularly one, but I told you don't feed this one.
I'll tell you what, that thing seen me, he was mad. And with all the kids that are around in my neighborhood, that's a security issue.
Oh yeah.
I wouldn't want to have to kill a snake and stuff, but
I don't have problem killing snakes. I don't do snakes, whether they crawl or walk.
I have a ball python, so you might not want to do him.
Yeah, you ought to be glad you didn't bring them when Grandma was with me. That little Texas gal would have put a whooping on you.
Yeah, they hit me with a shovel.
She don't do snakes.
Hit me with a shovel, huh?
Well, the only way she does snakes is she's killed a few.
Let's see if we got any comments, Papa Joe. Sorry,
Probably.
guys, we're not ignoring you. We're just flapping our lips.
Yeah, we're ignoring you. Oh, I can't read it. It's too dark on me.
Let's see. Where are you guys located?
Albuquerque.
We're off of Jefferson Street in Albuquerque.
Are you in Albuquerque? Come on over.
How do you touch
Just scroll it up and down.
that? Oh, like that? Okay.
Yeah, just slow and gentle. That way you can keep up with it. And gentle on the stand. You already seen it fall.
Carlos said he screenshotted.
Cool.
I'll post up to
Well, Carlos, what I want to do, if you've got the capability,
Honey Hush. Let's see.
get
St.
where
Paul's,
I met up with JJ and with Paul and with Rusty. I think they're the only three I've met and did these videos with. But if you would get a screenshot of all of us and start a thing over on. As I meet y'all, I want to start putting it over there, and I'm going to have to start a new playlist just for meeting y'all. So.
Adam Smith said Papa Joe, Christian Mafia on the shirt.
Papa Joe what?
Christian Mafia.
Well, see, now Grandma was wanting to get something, and that's all there is, if that's all it's growing.
Yeah, that's all it is.
Grandma was wanting to get it Christian something. So that's a good idea. I like that, Adam.
That is a pretty good idea.
That is a good idea.
Because it puts the message in there without necessarily, going too overboard.
Right.
It's just
Yeah, let's back up a little bit where they look at something besides my fat belly. This is for private viewing, only for Grandma.
Or my skinny hiney one.
Well, yeah.
Papa Joe probably give me a kick right between the W's before it's over with.
He said it's going to take him about an hour to unload me, so
Oh, cool.
you don't have to hang around. So
Oh, that's all right,
you
man.
hang around as long as you want.
Yeah, I ain't got nothing else to do right now.
Me either. It's amazing how that works.
I did bring you, don't tell Grandma, but I did bring you a little Debbie.
Oh, no. Dad, Grandma, do you hear him? You're lucky she don't watch my videos.
You didn't hear that, Grandma.
We don't keep too many secrets, but that might be one.
Yeah, I know.
No, actually, I've gotten me on a couple of times, and I've told her, you No, you
You're
should.
like me. That guilt kicks in. You know.
Well, no, it ain't guilt. It's just I'm a big boy, you
Yeah.
know, and it's my health and my diet.
Yeah.
And she's like, well, you know, you deserve a break once in a while. You've been doing good.
Yes, sir.
You know, I used to tear up some of those Debbie's.
Oh, I did. I still do sometimes.
When they come out with them little strawberry cream things.
Oh, I love those.
Yeah,
Those
buddy.
are one of my favorite. I love those things. Them little rolls.
Yep. So them, and I'll do the oat milk chocolate chip cookies and double chocolate chip.
Well, I
fudge
brought you a
cookies.
zebra cake rolls when I got you.
Right. Well, thank you.
I love a zebra cake roll.
It won't go to waste.
I know. It won't.
I've got that way down. I've got it under control.
That's good.
Well, I don't have to risk my job. You know, that's what I was telling you yesterday. That doctors, when I went back, she was just totally floored by how low my numbers had dropped. And she was like, wow, I didn't expect to be nowhere near that. And I'm like, how many people you threaten with their livelihood?
Absolutely.
You know, if you're a worker and you threaten them with their livelihood, they're going to make stuff happen, if humanly possible.
Yes, sir.
So,
That's a good looking truck, man.
no, it ain't. It's a damn plastic piece. And it's dirty. You
I
feel
like
I've
it,
been
though.
in the, I've seen my first snow of the year yesterday. It's just little bitty flakes. I didn't have to drive in any.
There's a guy over by the Flying J. He's always on the CB holler. Anybody needs their wheels clean, come on over.
Yep. Used to be a lot more of them. So,
It's pretty cool over there. There's a CB guy if you can ever get a hold of him.
oh, that Flying Jake is a joke.
I call it the Flying Squirrel.
We call it the fish hook.
Is that what you call it? Yeah.
We call it all kinds of stuff. But I used to meet my brother over there, and I got brother lives there. And I didn't even tell him I was coming into town because I know he's working today. He wouldn't have had time to, and I didn't have a clue how long this would take.
You think you'll ever be back?
Oh yeah.
Oh, good.
I never say never.
Yeah. If you come to town, man, call me. I'll come over.
Well, if I know I'm going to make it here and I lay overnight, I'll give my brother a call. And I usually park at the New Loves up there, which a lot of these guys don't know it's new, but it's New Loves.
Mm-hmm.
Been there, what, maybe 5 years?
Yeah, it hasn't been there too long.
Yeah, to me that's still new. But I usually park up there, and he lives at that exit at the Flying J, and I used to meet him at the Flying J. But that road is so rough, and I've seen so many trucks tore up from some of these wannabe drivers.
Yeah, some of the New Mexico roads are rough, man. They really are.
Well, that one is due to your heat and just so much truck traffic, you know, which I understand why it's rutted out as bad as it is. But come on, we pay a lot of fuel taxes, fueling right there at that Flying J. You can't come in here and fix this? And it's not hard. I used to do road construction, you know. It all comes down to their base. They need to get a milling machine in there, and they need to run up and down that road with a milling machine, grind up that old street and bury it down in it, put some lime on it real good and heavy, roll it in, water it in, and the lime will make everything combine together. Then you come in and you put your nice new 4-inch top on it, a black top. It'll be fixed. It'll handle it.
Yeah.
You know, now when it gets super hot, yeah, it's going to rut out a little bit, but it'll last a while. But so many of them don't want to do that.
What do you think of the mountain when you drive in?
I try not to.
You enjoy looking at it now?
I try not to think of it.
They're beautiful, aren't they?
Well, no, they had snow on top of them.
They are beautiful.
Luckily, I only seen one cloud, and I said, well...
They are beautiful, though, aren't they?
They are. Oh, I love if you go up to the Flying J. I love that sky view, night view out across town.
I'll tell you what,
that's beautiful.
The stars at my house are just absolutely breathtaking, man.
That's what Grandma says.
Well, I live in that
Whenever I
little country
come home,
place, man. It's all open right there, man.
When I
just
come
beautiful.
home, she says the star is here. Well, maybe I say that, but one
Yeah,
of us
yeah,
say
yeah.
it. Yeah.
I bet you do.
That was one of her favorite lines when she was out here on the truck. We'd go in somewhere and I'd start harassing folks. And what you see online is what you see in person.
Yes, sir.
I'd be teasing people, and she'd
I'm
be
the
there,
same
and
way.
she'd shake her head. She'd tell them, "You only have to deal with him a few minutes. I have to live with him."
Yeah, I know.
I'm like that's a bad thing. Come on now,
My wife
you know?
would tell you the exact same thing about me. Because she says, you're here to make me laugh and cook. That's what you're here for.
Oh, okay.
Well, the reason my wife really loved me because I was a good cook.
Okay, there you go. See? See? This is the family channel, or I tell you what mine would like me. So, the family channel, I can't take. Oh, see if anybody's harassing you. Anybody harassing Rusty?
What do we got here?
I don't know.
Let me take my hat off. I don't do no good either.
Put a big boy behind it. See if that helps.
Okay, guys, I've got to drop off. Take care and drive safe.
That must be Carlos.
Love you, Paul. Love you, Carlos.
Paul's leaving too, you sissy.
Y'all ain't leaving me, are you?
We was boring.
Hey, we tried.
That's it?
I guess.
Okay.
I didn't see anything.
I'm good with that.
I think they're fizzling out.
That's fine. That's fine.
We have been on here for quite a while.
It'll tell you right up here in this corner.
Somebody just said something. No, I'm still here. Who's that, Carlos? I can't even see. Oh, Paul. Hey, Paul, what's up, brother? It's Buckles.
This top corner, it'll tell you a time right up there.
This Buckles almost as big as him.
Yeah, you don't have to scroll it for that
you
time.
boys
What's
ain't
that
seen these
time
guns
say?
yet. They're small, but they're mighty.
What's that time say? Right here in this corner.
It doesn't.
Yeah, it does.
I
Don't
can't
make
see
me
it.
put my glasses on.
8:07.
No, this will tell you how long we've been
Oh,
recording.
it's 47.
All right, then we've
47
been
minutes.
recording 47 minutes.
I'm sorry, I thought you was asking for the time.
No. So see, that ain't long compared to some of my live streams. And we can let y'all go and we can just hang out and visit. We thought we'd just let y'all join the visit.
They're all dogging me because I'm a skinny man.
Right? They're jealous.
Absolutely.
Everybody can't be the big sexy. So, you know.
He ain't chubby, he's just a whole lot of man.
Yeah, right? The big sexy. That's why I'm the chick magnet.
I always say, you ever seen a fat racehorse mama? That's a Jerry Reed line, by the way.
Right?
I love Jerry Reed.
Jerry Reed was never fat.
No, he wasn't.
That boy was about as skinny as he was tall.
Yeah, he was.
I wonder how tall he really was.
I think he was like 6 foot tall.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Him and Reynolds both were pretty much the same height.
I thought Reynolds was a little shorter than him.
Well, in the movie he wore boots, so I don't know.
Right?
I noticed he wore like taller boot, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I think they were pretty close.
Yeah. If y'all want to see, if the sun doesn't blind you,
Yeah, I was gonna see the mountains back there.
there's the mountains back behind the
Going
buildings.
that way.
Yeah. I'll slowly pan
It's a
around.
beautiful place, guys. It really is. You should see those mountains when that sun starts going down.
The biggest problem with Albuquerque is the same problem with all of New Mexico. It's liberal.
Yeah, you know it. You know that's right.
No. And you can tell by their driving.
Oh yeah.
It amazes me how you get into these liberal places, New Mexico, Washington, Oregon, parts of California, where they're so liberal and they just love everything until they get behind that wheel and then they're just a mad demon.
Absolutely.
You know?
That's the truth too.
Of course, I don't mind.
People have very aggressive tendencies.
They do.
Their style is very aggressive.
Well, that's why I left so early. I've never had a lot of trouble with the traffic here. If you know how to read traffic, you can flow through Albuquerque pretty good
Absolutely.
until they have the wrecks.
Yeah.
You know, and once you have one wreck in Albuquerque,
It's a
you're going to
mess.
have 6.
It's a mess, absolutely.
You know, because they're worse here about rubbernecking and slowing down than any place I've ever seen.
If you see a half an inch of snow on the ground, you better hope you ain't in New Mexico, because people absolutely panic.
Right?
They've
Oh,
never,
no, wait
they've
till-
never driven the snow like we have, you know.
Wait until you get to Georgia. Let them even predict snow or ice in Georgia, and they will shut down factories and schools.
They shut schools down
2
here
days
too.
early.
They do.
You know, they predicted it. We don't care if it's going to happen.
They shut my son's school down not long ago.
And then even when they see it ain't going to happen, they don't go ahead and open back up. Now, the hell with it, we done closed.
Yeah.
You know, it's crazy. Then you get to other places like Missouri, and they got 3 foot of snow on the ground, and they're still wanting them kids staying out there waiting on that bus.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, man. I remember growing up in Illinois, boy, you about freeze to death by the time the bus gets here.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah. Well, I lived out in the Ozark Mountains there in Missouri, and we had to wait on that bus, and you never knew, so you had to be out there a little bit early. Then if they're running late, oh, it was murder.
Actually, my great great grandpa was from Missouri territory.
Well, my family's from Missouri, right down there with Missouri and Tennessee and Kentucky and Arkansas, all that kind of
That's
the
exactly
southern
what,
boot
that's
hills
exactly
down
where
there.
we was, because
That's where my folks
my
are
great grandmother Winona
from. Yeah.
met Jacob Calvin Bergenheim, and she was from Elizabethton, Tennessee.
Right.
And he was from Missouri until that got started. Hey, can you show that cup to my son? He always wants to see that big cup. He always laughs about it.
You're assuming. I
Hey,
thought you
George.
said you just got him a big cup.
No, I haven't got him one
Well,
yet.
you know, compare that to my hand. I got a big hand. Well, you know your daddy's hand. Put your hand up
Yeah,
there.
my hand's pretty big. Pretty long.
There
anyway.
it is compared to your daddy's hand. Oh.
That was for you,
And
George.
it really doesn't hold as much as you think. It's just well insulated.
How many ounces does that hold?
Yeah. 34.
34?
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, it's just a real thick cup. I can put ice in it, fill it up with ice, and I can put one regular can of soda in it, or the small bottles of soda, and it would just barely hold it. But now it's going to keep that ice all day. So, you know. What the heck?
I remember I used to do powwows for years, Native American dancing, and I met this old black trucker one time. He had a 96 ounce
Yeah.
trucker cup.
Yeah.
And he said, when I wake up, it's full. When I go to bed, it's full. He goes, I keep it full 24/7.
Yep.
That man could drink some coffee. Man, he just pumped, man. I ain't kidding.
See, now that's something that, a couple little things. One is my family, parts of my family was trying to convince us that we was part Native American, part Indian.
You probably have Indian blood somewhere.
Not a drop.
No?
My brother that lives here in Albuquerque, now when the family was doing all their research, I got my boy Little Joe into it, and he started researching their research.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, Dad, they're just kind of grabbing and trying to force us and make it work, but it ain't right. So me, him, and my brother here, we was talking about it. My brother here got tired of all the debate, so he did a DNA.
Okay.
Not a drop of Indian blood in us. Not a drop. Mostly European.
And that's unusual from where we come from.
Yeah,
because
it is. Well,
so many people do have
my
Indian
grandpa
blood.
and them looked like they had Indian blood in them. You would have swore they were Indian. Not a drop, you know.
You look like more like an Irish guy.
We've got Irish
You
in
look like
us.
an Irishman.
We've
Big
got
tough
Irish
Irishman.
in us, and we've got European in us,
Okay.
which is damn near the same thing, you know. So, but the other thing that gets me is that you have all these people hollering about racism and white privilege and all this nonsense. And my grandpa, my dad's dad, he was a fisherman on the Black River. Did that for years, and then he got the chance to move onto the farm. They had like 13 kids. They lived on a fish boat, houseboat for a while he did the commercial fishing. And then when they got the chance, he started sharecropping. And if anybody knows anything about sharecropping, there's no white privilege in sharecropping.
Oh, heck no. That's what my Indian grandfather did.
So,
I was telling Paul that.
Well, then as my uncles got older, the Vietnam War started, and several of my uncles went to Vietnam. Didn't lose none of them in the war, thank God.
Thank God.
We lost one after the fact due to Agent Orange, but when they came back to the States, of course, they was different. They weren't the sharecropper little hillbillies they grew up as, and they moved on out toward the cities and all that, and they started moving our family away from that mentality and that lifestyle. So that's one of my things when people get going on about their white privilege. I'm like, you ain't got a clue what the hell you're talking about. There's too many Americans
it's something that aggravates
that their
me
roots are so similar to mine that I don't want to hear it. You
right.
know? And I had one black gentleman. We was friends for a while until politics came between us. He was a bleeding heart Democrat. And he was trying to tell me, he's one of these that thinks that the government should pay all black people restitution and all this. I'm like, why?
Yeah.
Well, you know all that money made off the slaves is still there. No, it ain't. Look at the typical American history is that this dad works to create this empire. He passes away and leaves it to the others, and they all trash it.
Absolutely.
You know, they blow through the money, they trash the company. So no, you ain't going to tell me that the money's still there. And if the money is still there, why are you going after the government and expecting the government to come out of mine in your pocket to pay them?
One thing,
I didn't mean to go political today,
okay.
but that's just something that just burns my ass.
You know, there's one thing I did, a couple things I agreed with I watched an interview with Gene Simmons, and he goes, man, the best thing ever happened to me and my family was coming to America. He goes, people that come here and they don't want to learn the language, you know, how does that serve you? How does that serve them?
Right.
You know, they want them to, they want America to conform to them. Well, how does that serve you?
Well, and we have a little bit of that in our own people. Look how many people, California is a prime example, they bought into this liberal mindset, and they've been liberal for so long, and their state is totally trashed. They can't afford to live there, so now they want to run, and they're going to run, say, to Texas. I can't say New Mexico because y'all too damn liberal. But they'll come to Texas, and instead of conforming to our ways, they want to start changing us to what they just left. Well, it's the same thing with them, the Muslims and whatnot. Oh, I don't feel safe in my country, but I want to come to your country and change it to what I just left. No, if you want that, go back to it. Whether it's a Muslim country or California, if you want that, go back to it. You know?
Yeah.
Let me see if he pulled out of a dock.
I'm going to check the comments.
I'm going to back this up a little bit so I can move.
Okay.
And I'll even turn it around. They might be able, I don't know if that, oh yeah. I don't know if they'll be able to see me backing up or if that sun is blind.
Where do you have to back up to?
Just over yonder.
Okay. Yonder goes the unload. Hey guys. Aha, you're right. They're Paul PJ's Diet Dew Delight. You still with us, Paul? Cup is almost as big as Rusty's belt buckle. I might as well bend down here. I can see better. I'm going to move this back. I don't want to put my knee in the oil. Right on, Paul. What's going on, guys? Anything good today? We're in Albuquerque, New Mexico. We're probably about 45 minutes from my house. Papa Joe called me last night and said, "Hey man, you want to come up? I'm going to be in Albuquerque tomorrow early morning." I said, "I'll be there. Just give me a time." Ain't no way I'm going to pass up an opportunity to meet Papa Joe or any of you guys if I get a chance. I'd love to meet all of you if I get a chance someday. If y'all ever come to Mexico, we'll have a cup of coffee or something. Rusty, Sheila, I need to make plans. I'm visiting y'all one day. Absolutely, Paul. Love to have you come down, man. You'd love it here in the mountains. Good thing the automatic hate to see PJ Stall it on live stream. Ha ha ha. Yeah, Papa Joe messes up now on camera. He ain't gonna be too happy. You know Papa Joe get mad quick. My wife had an exercise class she was going to today. She's been going to this place called Orange Therapy. I tell you what, it's hardcore working out. She's trying to help get back in shape a little bit, which is good. We all should be trying. God knows this skinny old boy needs a few exercises. I got muscle though, boys. I might be skinny, but I'm pretty muscular. I do like my zebra cakes, so you gotta pull me off of those. So is there anything anybody wants to know about me? Here's the time. What are you up to today, Paul? Carlos? Jim Dunn, what are you up to, brother? Where are you at today? I wish you was here too, Adam. Beautiful here, man. Even though I'm wearing a coat just because it's a little bit chilly this morning, but it'll be 60 today, which is beautiful for here because we live so close to the sun. You know, it really warms up quick here. When it's 60, 65, you can be out here in just a dress shirt like this, you know. I got one of my good cowboy shirts on today. It's a Wrangler Retro. It's got these cool pockets on it. Got my leather bomber coat on. It's not real heavy, it's pretty lightweight, but years ago I had a real bomber jacket. And man, I about sweated to death in that thing. When you really have the real ones, they're about this thick.
Alright.
All the way around.
Alright, what we got going? The dock they want me in, the truck won't start. So there's another dock they say most drivers can't get into.
Okay.
I told them bullshit. I'm going to put it in that dock. I want you to take this
Okay.
and go to the far side. Everybody tells them the dumpster's too close. Just be careful how you hold it.
Okay.
And I want you to videotape. Remember, you got to have pointed the other way and me putting it in this dock.
So where are you going?
Right over there, the other edge of that concrete. You'll see the dumpster.
So just go around the corner?
Not even around the corner.
Okay.
See that dock? That's the dock I'm going to hit.
Okay.
And they say the dumpster's
So I'm just gonna
too close.
I'm just gonna go over here by the railing.
Out here towards the back.
Okay.
Where you get a long distance view.
Okay. Papa Joe's gonna show you how it's done, boys. Thanks, guys. I hope you enjoy it, man. I'm enjoying it. Here comes Papa Joe, man. Papa Joe wants to show y'all how he does it. This is awesome to be able to watch Papa Joe do his thing, man. I'm having a hard time seeing. I tell you what, that's a tight spot. This is where he's going into, guys. It's a tight space. He'll be able to do it, though. Hope y'all can see this pretty good.
Turn that around, Rusty.
It's-
Turn it around. All you're showing is you. It's filming the other side, so have it where you're seeing the screen.
So what am I
Turn
supposed
it
to do?
around.
Oh, it's this way?
Right there, yes. See?
Oh,
Now
okay.
you can see what you're filming.
Oh, okay. I was filming the totally the wrong
Once I
way.
start backing up,
Anyway, this is where Papa Joe's going right here.
when I start backing up, I want you to go up
Yeah,
there
I'll
in
I'll
front
keep
of me
I'll keep
so
moving
that
back.
you can show both sides.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I was gonna do. So that's where Papa Joe's going into. They say a lot of people have trouble. Papa Joe's gonna show them how it's done.
Huh.
Need some help, Papa?
No, somebody didn't close it right. Man, it's filled up right to the back doors.
Wow. I'm filming a first-hand experience, guys. No sugar added, period. You know it.
Here's your sill in that corner. All right, walk out in front of it
Yes, sir.
so that you can show both sides.
You got it. I'm gonna get right in the.
I say be careful, I might have to do a pull-up.
Okay.
So, stay
I'm
way
gonna try to
back
run
there.
like along like the side. Is that good? All right. Shows you how great of a driver he is. Look how close that garbage can is right there. Wow. The determination in the eyes of Papa Joe. Wow. That's how you drive a truck, boys. Beautiful job.
No hill for a climber. When they say this dock, put in that dock.
Handle grown man business.
Hell, look at all that room. Yeah, we got plenty of room over there.
Absolutely. Here, I'll take you up and show it to you.
It's a matter of knowing your equipment. Let's see how y'all know. I can almost fit in here. So, you know, you got 2 foot of room.
Great job, man.
Well, actually, most of the old hands on here that's in this are like, yeah, right. Let's go set that back up.
All right. No problem, man. That was awesome to be able to get that experience.
Oh.
That's like, you know what I'm saying? You aren't able to get all that experience because you don't have a cameraman, you know?
Right.
If we were rich, man, I'd just follow you around. That would be fun, though, wouldn't it? You'd be ready to kill me. I'd have to have my own truck, though.
All right, let's see what we ended up with there. All right, now we're going to reverse the camera.
I didn't realize you had the camera reversed at first. You know why? Because when I looked at it, I see my own reflection because I couldn't see nothing because of the sun. I couldn't see anything.
All right, let's go back towards your truck.
No, I got a good camera angle on the whole thing.
Cool.
Really good.
I'll watch it later, see if I'm impressed. I might not be impressed. So.
Oh, well, that's all right.
I mean, with the backing skills.
Oh, okay.
And I went in there. Well, see, that truck wouldn't start.
I'm not an expert or anything. I don't know much about it.
They normally want the truck in that dock.
Okay.
So when I walked up, I was talking to that boy, that young man.
Yeah.
He's like, oh no, they all say the dumpster's too tight.
It's like a
So
kid
when,
to you.
when I went in to talk to the guy in charge, he said the same thing.
I'm gonna go grab my water, Papa Joe.
All right.
I'll be right back, y'all.
What up, folks? You want me to keep you on here a while, or is there anybody left? Oh yeah, we got 5 of you on here. Well, Paul, you've been in these. That wasn't a big deal at all. You know, it's a matter of knowing your equipment and controlling your equipment, right? And I need to put that down just a little bit. where it's angled up more. Yeah, they're like 5 left, I think.
Oh, that's pretty good.
And it don't matter. I mean, you know.
That's-
Oh, look at it. He gonna tease me. He'll never get it back. Uh-huh.
I know Papa Joe's love.
So now what we gotta do is see how they're I go pick his pocket.
You trying to steal mine?
Hell, you bring that to me, I'm gonna eat it. I don't want it to get too old and stale, you know.
Oh yeah, it'll go back quick.
Oh yeah, it will. It will.
Made Papa Joe happy. He's got his zebra cake roll. I need to get Paul something. See if we got any comments here. Thanks, Paul. Hope y'all enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun being able to film a legend. I'll tell you that. Papa Joe eating snack cake. Busted. Busted big time, yeah, Paul.
Damn, it's gone.
He took that down like Joe Gatto on Impractical Jokers takes a donut down. I got a question for y'all. Do y'all watch Impractical Jokers? Inquiring minds want to know.
No, I do not watch Practical Jokers.
I do. That show
I
cracks
think
me
they're
up.
some dumbasses.
They're crazy, but
They're dumbasses.
they have time. They have moments where they're hilarious.
Yeah. And welcome
They
to my
take it too
world.
far sometimes, but
They do.
they have times where they're really hilarious. So.
I've seen a few of them that, okay, haha. But
Yes,
the
we have
majority
watched
of
it. Is that Paul? Yeah, it's Paul.
Oh. So are they saying anything interesting?
No. You guys got any comments for us?
They were talking about Adam's mom. She's doing good.
Joshua said, great job,
I
Joe.
think it was Adam's mom.
Joshua the tanker. How's your mom doing, Joshua? She's doing better today, buddy?
What's going on, man?
What's shaking, brother?
He got the tool bag.
Uh-oh. He's got something to work on.
Somebody broke something.
Rusty, what's the story behind the bear claw necklace? Well, I got this at a powwow. These Cherokee elders gave it to me.
Why?
I had known them for a long time, and
Why did they give it to you? Does it have a meaning behind it, or, you know, or?
well, most of the time, bear medicine is like, or has to do with the strength.
Yeah.
That's a real grizzly.
So they were saying you was a little sissy and you needed some strength.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay, I just that's
They
kind of cool.
They might have thought I was weak-hearted or something. Heart pumps buttermilk. No, yeah, powwow is like a community of a family,
Right,
just like what we have.
right.
It really is. It's something that you do that people are very like-minded, and people think it's a lot of hocus pocus, but it isn't really like that.
Right.
It's just people that have a commonality, and it's very spiritual, and it's I hate to use the word religious with it, but
Well, it is.
it is. It's very,
It is.
and it's the only thing I ever done for 10 years that I never seen a drug or a drink of alcohol.
Right,
In 10 years I did it.
right.
And I mean, I went all over the United States.
Well, the thing is with powwows, and I haven't been to any, but I understand the principle, and it's a rebonding of the whole unit, the immediate family unit, the local community, and the national
It
community.
is.
So,
It really
so
is
you're
a good thing.
rebonding all of your relationships and your faith. You
It is.
know?
It
So,
really, I tell you what, people don't realize it, but that people that don't understand powwows, but really it's pretty much exactly what we do on Sunday almost. It's people that get together with a common interest. You don't get paid. You use your own money to travel. I've traveled to 11 different states and done powwows all over the United States, and I never got paid a nickel. I used my own money, and
Now, a lot of the powwows you got fed, you know.
very few of them.
Really?
Yeah,
Because I know I was misspoken.
it used
We
to
did
be like
go to
it
one
used to be
last
like
year.
that.
We went to one last year, and now we was just spectators, and because they opened it up for people to come watch the
I hope you
dancing
enjoyed
and
it.
all that. Overall, yeah, we did. Didn't understand parts of it, you know, but that's beside the point. But now they fed all of the people, the dancers and everybody that came to it.
The
You
one
know?
thing that
So,
you would
now the
love,
spectators had to buy. I'm fine with that. If me buying a meal is going to pay for you to come feed you to put on the show, because they told us, you know, they're not getting paid,
no,
but we're going to feed them.
yeah,
So, okay, if I buy me and my family a meal and it buys 2 or 3 other performers a meal that's coming out of their pocket,
yeah,
how can you bitch?
you can't
You know?
because the only people that sometimes get a little bit of pay is the drummers,
Right,
the singers is what they're called.
right.
And I used to do that too. I used to do both. I used to dance and sing. I've been a part of many drums. I probably know over 100 songs
Yeah.
that I can still recite.
And seeing
Sing
most
today.
of us can't tell the difference in them.
Yeah.
I mean, you know,
Yeah.
really, not being a smart ass,
Well,
it's the
what it
truth.
is there's different dances. You have what they call grass dancers, and they do the hoops. And then you have women's traditional, men's traditional. That's the old time style.
Right,
And then fancy dancer, the guys that wear all the colorful ribbons and the
Right.
fancy stuff.
well, the ones we liked was watching the kids, because they allowed
Yeah.
the kids to get out there and several of them.
And it's
And
the
I
same
just-
with the kids. You have fancy
Right.
dance kids,
Right.
grass dance kids,
Yeah.
traditional
And
kids.
I love watching kids.
I do
just-
too.
Oh,
That was one of the main reasons that I stayed in it because I loved being around children, and it just,
well, and if you don't teach them, how are they going to carry on?
yeah,
You know, and that's another good thing about the powwows. It's teaching the youngins, the next generation, and that's what so many American groups have lost. Whether it's the black group or the Mexican group or you know, me and Carlos was talking, and the Mexicans are having a lot of the same issue, where the younger generation is not wanting to pay attention to what grandma's doing. Grandma's wanting to teach them, and they want to go out in the streets, play games, whatever.
well, believe it or not,
No.
I used to dance with a lot of Aztec dancers,
Yeah,
and they would dress just like they did in Mexico, you know, 1,000 years ago or 500 years ago. They had the shells, and they wore very little clothing,
yeah.
and I used to dance with a lot of them.
See, they wouldn't want me out there, that belly getting around.
Well, you'd fit right in there because a lot of
Oh.
Native Americans are bigger guys. But the thing that a lot of people don't get is Native Americans treat their veterans like gold.
Right,
Veterans to them,
right.
it's like the second coming of Jesus. It
Right.
really is.
Well, and out there on the reservation where we went to, they have a big monument up, and it goes way back, and it's naming all the Native Americans from that reservation or from our area that did pass away in the war. I mean, you know, so they have their own
They
monuments
do the
up.
grand entry and they bring in the colors
Yep,
just like you see
yep.
at any great
It's
veteran
warming
event.
up out here to me.
Yeah, it's warming up. It's beautiful. I think
Yep.
that's a beautiful day. It's really getting nice now. But the veterans are really the one of the main things that if you're a veteran, it don't matter if you're native, they don't matter with nothing. If you're a veteran, they treat you like gold.
Well, see, now since we're going there with veterans,
And also, you're allowed to come in. It doesn't matter if you're dressed or not.
right?
They bring you in. They want you to come in.
They just had a bill that they was trying to pass, and it was any time an illegal tried to purchase a gun, that dealer was supposed to turn them in, report them, and it got voted down on the Democrat Party. And the whole thing to us, to me, and people like me, is wait a minute, you're saying it's all right for this illegal to purchase a gun and no way to stop him, but yet you're complaining about the law-abiding Americans that own guns. You're trying to put in more nonsense to take my guns away, but you're allowing him a loophole. You're so worried about loopholes.
Yes, sir.
You're allowing him to come to a loophole and get a gun and have like we had in California. You know, it just, it drives me. It's the same mentality to me as they want to put all this money to the illegals while our veterans are in the streets dying.
Oh yeah.
You know, where is our respect and our help for our own kind? Grandma always told us, clean up your own backyard before you bitch about the neighbors. Well, when are we going to start cleaning up our backyard and taking care of our children in the street, our veterans in the street? When are we going to get it right where we're not attacking us? How about getting the MS-13, the drug dealers, and all these others that come over illegally? How about going ahead and backing Trump up and doing a force on these people and get their asses out of the country or into a jail and make our streets safer? You
I
know?
agree with you 100% because people don't want to address.
Damn it, you're from New Mexico. You're supposed to argue with me.
No.
Go get one of these workers. I'm sure they will.
Oh, absolutely. I'm sure they would. They're probably hearing us now.
They would lose, but they could argue. Well, I'm not the most quiet person you ever met.
No, that's fine, man. You're just like my daddy, man. You remind me so much of my dad, it ain't even funny.
He was a good-looking rascal, too.
Oh, yeah.
Or at least he was convinced.
Big Texas handlebar mustache.
Yeah, I just shaved that off.
He was about 6'2",
side.
260 pounds. He was a big old boy.
Yeah, well, he had
I know what happened to me. I had a health problem. That's what happened to me.
No.
Well, I got the good looks, though.
You just wasn't as full of shit as him.
I'm so pretty. I'm so pretty.
Oh, damn. Y'all meet Jim Dunn the second. Oh, wait a minute. JJ the second. Now JJ will be on here whining and crying. Y'all picking on me.
We love JJ. JJ loves him some
well,
JJ.
Now
JJ loves him some JJ.
you speak for yourself and JJ on that loving part. The rest of us, we tolerate JJ.
Yeah. He's a good old boy. Good old Louisiana, brother.
That's afraid to eat gator. And gonna blame it on D. D's allergic to gator.
I love gator. I had you some gator over at Papa Do's.
There you go.
There's
love gator.
There's a Papa Do's over here in Albuquerque.
Yeah.
And I tell you what, you know what they do is they make gravy, Papa.
Oh, yeah?
They use butter.
Yeah.
But then they use the same seasonings as like andouille sausage. So it tastes like andouille sausage gravy is what it tastes like.
Okay, Paul's asking you,
what's up, Paul?
what is your Native American heritage? Always wanted to ask and never got the chance. Then Adam, he's saying, excellent question, Paul. He's something Mohawk.
Blackfoot.
He's Irex Mohawk.
I'm Blackfoot Indian. Blackfoot tribe.
Oh, I guess we're lucky he ain't barefooted.
My grandfather ran a farm for about 50 years, and he also worked at a factory at the same time.
Yeah.
And my mother, she ran the farm a lot of times when my grandfather, because she was the oldest, and her sister was a bookworm, so she spent all her time reading books.
Right.
And she became a nurse, though.
Yeah.
And the younger brother was straight up spoiled, so he didn't do no work.
Right.
And my mother did all the work. And then my grandfather...
Now that's his mama's story.
My grandfather bought a bunch of pieces of land, and then when he got older, he was able to rent them out, and people would grow corn on them, and he got that extra income. But in the mid-1950s, him and his brother opened their own race car track.
Okay.
First guy I never heard of, Native American, to open their own racetrack in the 1950s.
Yeah.
When did you ever hear of a Native American guy open a racetrack?
Well, actually, it normally with Native Americans, it don't make the highlights.
Yeah.
So,
to open a racetrack in the
right.
1950s period is a huge deal.
Right.
especially for just a dirt
And
poor
that's,
part.
that's
poor
all
farmer,
the
you know.
that's all the local boy. I'm trying to keep the smoke out of your face. I
Oh,
know
that's
you have
okay.
issues. But,
Now you're doing it. Don't worry about it.
but back in those days, hell, everybody wanted to go race. They didn't care who opened it. Who shit, we got a new racetrack.
And he had success for quite a long time in another group called Macon Speedway, opened theirs up, and sort of just pushed him out money-wise.
Yeah, they
They
outdollared
just
him.
bought it. They outdollared him, and
Yeah,
they bought up all the contracts and just shut him out. But
yeah.
he lasted a good like 12 or 15 years, I believe it was. And I wish that there was history on it because I can't find any.
Huh.
It was a Platte County Speedway.
Well, you need to go in and research the newspapers for that
My
area.
mother hates, you know, it's funny, but my mother doesn't like to talk about old times. And I think she had a hard life,
Oh yeah.
filled with work.
Oh
And
yeah.
that's why she don't like to talk about it.
Well, and that's how my mom was. My mom didn't like to talk a whole lot about the past.
See, my dad was the total opposite.
Well, and my dad was
Was
too.
he? Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
That's funny.
They're
huh?
like I was actually born in Trenton, Missouri,
Okay,
and
I've heard of that.
I was
yeah.
driving through up there, and that's in the northwest corner of Missouri. But all my family's from the southeast corner. And I was driving, the wife was with me, and I called him up, put him on speakerphone, and we got the howdies out of the way, that's why I tell people when they come on here, say howdy. Don't just come in and ask a question or make a bold statement. Come in and say howdy. I can't
Yeah,
help it. You
yeah,
know, it's
yeah.
how I was raised, and it's being polite.
Yeah.
But we got our howdies out of the way, and I said, Pop, I got one question for you. Well, what's that? I said, I'm driving past Trenton. I'm coming up to Trenton. I said, why in the hell was you up here when I was born? What brought you up here? There's nothing here, you know? So
Yeah.
he started giving me the history, you know? So it was pretty cool. You know, so now I know why they went there and all that. But he had, my family has the itchy foot syndrome. We move a lot.
I know. I've moved a few times myself.
Which,
But I tell you what, I don't. The only other place I think that I would live besides here is probably Texas because I originated there to begin with.
right,
So and the weather's pretty similar for the most part as it is here.
depends upon where you're at. Yeah.
Depending on how much humidity, you know, where you're going with the
Well, right
humidity
now
wise.
down by the house, which we're a
As
lot
you can
farther
tell, the
south.
breathing air here is just awesome. isn't
Right, right. Well, I don't know. I have to filter mine.
it? Well, my dad did too.
yeah.
Puff, puff.
Yep. But it's only gonna. Wife said they're gonna be doing good to hit 49 today, and we're a lot farther south than you are.
Okay. Where do you live?
About
Houston?
an hour north of Houston.
Okay. Well, that's
Oh.
where I originated in Houston.
I'm sorry.
But
No, I
big
make
city,
people,
man.
I make people mad. They say, "Well, I'm from Dallas, or I got family in Dallas." I'm sorry. I thought you said they was from Texas. Well, they are. They're from Dallas. That ain't Texas. Or San Antonio nowadays, or Austin.
You know where I'd like to visit? Is the Hill Country. I always heard that was beautiful.
It is. It don't make no
Have you
sense.
been there?
Oh yeah. I-10 runs right through it.
10 by 10.
Yeah. You get down there, and yeah, they've got a few hills down through there. Nothing great. Beautiful
It's beautiful country.
canyon and flatland or desert type area. But yet, if you get over in there in the northeast section, you got a lot of rolling hills. But they don't call that the hill country.
Oh,
They call that out west the hill country. Never made
that's,
no sense
I was
to
talking
me.
about Lukenbach.
Looking by Texas.
Lukenbach, Texas.
Uh-huh.
William and Willie and the boys.
Right? Now you see why he don't sing? I used to wish I could sing. Now I wish he could.
Ah, thanks. I'm pretty good at the Jerry Reed stuff.
I
I do better when I can hear it.
I try it. Well, yeah, then you turn it up where you can't hear
Yeah,
you. I
yeah,
know, that's
exactly.
how- in that truck going 70 mile an hour with that radio on,
You can't
boy,
hear
I
that
sound
anyway,
pretty
can you?
good.
Yeah,
you know?
absolutely.
So,
You sing along to it?
oh, of course.
I don't know.
But I find as I get
My
older,
dad was a pretty good singer, man.
I find out as I get older that the artists are messing up and they're changing the words on the song. They don't remember them right, and I do.
Man, Absolutely.
My wife's trying to convince me otherwise.
Well, Elvis couldn't remember nothing towards the end.
Right?
He used to stumble through his songs.
Yeah, good. Where's my pills?
He was so damn high.
Yep.
I'll tell you what, though, he was probably one of the greatest singers of ever.
My wife was a big Elvis. Well, she still
My
is
father
a big
worshipped Elvis Presley.
fanatic.
And I tell you what, when he was a kid, he would do little shows when he was a kid because, man, he was pretty good. He was pretty good at the Elvis stuff.
Yeah.
He could really sing it. He had a real deeper tone, you know.
Well, a good friend of my wife's in Georgia. He's a Elvis tribute artist. You don't say he's an impersonator. He's a tribute artist.
Well, I think that's
And I
cool.
have
like
a
that.
video of him somewhere, and his wife just passed away. She was one of his wife, and his mother-in-law was his backup singer.
Okay.
And his wife passed, and I'm afraid he's gonna just say forget it because his wife's the one that got him doing it.
It's hard, man.
So,
It's hard when you lose a loved one like that.
oh yeah,
Took a lot out of me when my dad passed, I tell you.
right.
He passed in 2008.
Well, I lost that boy of mine, and a year later I lost
What year
my
was
dad. That was 2005. Or no, I'm sorry. It's been 6 years ago, so 2012
Okay.
was when he passed, and then I lost my dad almost a year later, and then I lost my best friend and my favorite uncle. I mean, all within less than a 4-year period. That's why I started that downward spiral.
why you're
Blues
doing this
Joe
right
got
now,
this
man.
going. Yep. Which I argued with him. It took him a long time to convince me to do this. I had no desire to do this.
I believe it the way you are.
Yeah.
I can tell you're the guy that
Well,
can.
no, I don't have the patience. I really don't.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm telling him, you know, why do I want to do that? Get all these assholes coming on making bullshit comments, you know, and you're telling me that I have to do this and I can't rebuttal them? This ain't gonna work, son. You know. So I finally did it to shut him up, and you see where we're at
And here
today.
you are, man.
You see where we're at today. I think I'm at like 2,675 subscribers, which ain't nothing compared to some of the big boys.
I'll tell you what's funny is I was the same way about Facebook. My wife was on there a long time before I was.
Right,
And I'm like, why do I want to go on there? And
right.
then I started doing it. It's like, man, this ain't too bad.
Right. Well, I got addicted to Facebook. It took them a while to get me doing it, and I got addicted to it. You know, I have an addictive personality. I have to watch it. You know, I started
We all
doing,
do, you know what I
right.
mean, with everything.
Well, I started doing that other one where you go and buy stuff, not Amazon.
It's like CB stuff or ham radio stuff, man.
Yeah.
It's like you always want better. You always want
that's
more
Paul.
watts. Or
Paul keeps
me and
wanting
Paul.
bigger and better.
Me and Paul are so
Uh-huh. And I went through that. It just happened to be 20 years ago.
Absolutely.
You know, when I was out here running Outlaw, I had the big radio and I had the kicker and I talked to Skip and I talked to Trash and we had fun.
Well, that's all there was back then, though. You know?
Right,
And
right.
that's the thing that people don't realize today is there wasn't only cell phones, and there wasn't always tablets and iPads, and you know,
Well, I turned my
that CB is
CB
what
on.
you had. You know what I mean?
I turned that CB on yesterday morning leaving the yard, and I drove right at 700 miles yesterday.
I thought about
And,
texting you to turn it on to see if you could hear me.
So, but I had it on all day long, and I heard one person all day long at 700 miles.
It's.
that
I
came
tell you
on
what,
it.
it's really been dead lately.
So, well, no, there was two because I did see two cops sitting up there, and no, that was the night before because I
Good.
hollered at a bull rack and told him you got two in the dark. Oh, that was the night before going in when I expected bad weather.
That's one thing that bothers me about life. Period. About today is people just aren't very nice,
Well, and that
especially on CB or in person.
they're
or-
getting it from the media nonsense.
Absolutely.
They,
They don't know what to think. You know?
They're saying one of the biggest issues with the younger generations is they can't stand here and talk.
No, they can't.
They can, even if you and I disagree,
Yeah.
I know us well enough we can talk. I'm
Yeah.
going to make fun of you and you're going to make fun of me,
Oh yeah.
but we will get through our disagreement, you know. But they can't stand here and have a conversation. They're so used to doing it on media where you're not held accountable.
Yeah.
You know, you can say what you want, you can be as rude as you want,
Yeah.
and nobody holds you accountable for it, you know. So they don't have the social skills that you and I grew up with.
Absolutely.
When
yeah.
I was growing up, you're about a dozen years younger than me, but you're close
It's the same
enough.
thing, you know.
Your parents told you, get your ass out of the house.
We never stayed in the house.
You know, no, we didn't want. If you stayed in the house, you're just gonna get put to work.
Even with all my medical problems, I still never stayed in the house.
Right. If you ain't got something to do, I can find you something
Oh,
to
yeah.
do.
Here's a shovel. Here's
Yeah, and let company come over.
Oh yeah.
You know, I guarantee you, we didn't hang around like these kids today, and just pester the hell out of their
People would
parents.
come over. We had a guy who used to come over. His name was Lynn Fisher, and I have no idea if he was alive. My dad used to work on a lot of amplifiers and TVs, and just for side money.
Right.
You know, he'd
right.
buy a TV and fix it up and sell it for double what he paid for it.
Right.
You know, that's how he made a living. You know, he did electrical work, carpenter work, he plumbed, he did everything.
Right.
You had to do whatever you had to do.
Right.
You know, the poor generation that we came out of, man, it was rough growing up. There wasn't no money.
Exactly. If my dad was
Illinois,
born,
Missouri, there wasn't no money, man.
right. My dad was born during the Depression. You know, so he grew up with
What
that
year was he
whole-
born?
Like 34, I think.
Okay.
Somewhere right.
My dad
there.
was born opposite 43.
Yeah. So,
My mom was born in 39.
Right.
So
But,
we
you
grew
know,
up
they
around the
came
same,
out of
like,
that
same type
with-
of era almost.
Right. They came out of it with the same mentality, that Depression era mentality, and we learned how to make do with it and everything.
We should back up just to here.
Yeah, hell, they don't know we're good looking. They're jealous of
Let's
us.
see if we got any comments. We haven't checked for a while.
Yeah, I have
somebody just.
glasses on.
Let's see what it is.
Here, I'll show you a secret.
It's not only the need. Oh yeah.
Yeah, hell, let's get in the shade.
Yeah, it's tough, man. I can't
Have
see
stand, will move.
nothing. That's it.
All right, now we can read it over here. We still got 5 people. We got 5 diehards.
Have semi. We'll travel.
Now let's back up a little bit. Michael, what's up?
Hold on, what do you say?
Well, I'm gonna.
Again?
All right, okay. Always wanted to know. Government blood and massacre. Cheated natives and suppressed us, just like what they are doing today. And Michael came in. Adam or Rusty, can you recommend a good true book that sheds true light about the Native American history?
Boy, not right at this minute. I can't.
Yeah, you kind of caught him flat-footed.
I'm
Let's
running
see.
barefoot
Saw a
at this
show
point.
about the Native American code talkers in the military. Amazing to me. Yeah, I seen that too, Paul.
I've actually had the blessing to, when I first moved here, I went uptown and they did a book signing. I got to meet a lot of the code talkers. I got to meet several of them.
Well, and exactly, Adam. It's not just the government. There's so many people that's trying to change our history by lying. Let's see.
I'm someone, I've never used my Native American heritage to ever gain any type of money or finance from it. I'll never do that. To me, I feel like that's selling out a little bit.
Well, it wasn't a matter of their codes. It was a matter of their native language. They used their native language.
Yeah. There's a good movie out there. If you guys want to look it up, if you don't know about it, it's called Wind Talkers. It's a great movie with Nicolas Cage is in it, and Adam Beach is one of the Native Americans.
What up, C Hill?
That's in it. Hey, C Hill, what's up, brother? Good to see you, bro.
All right, we caught up with them. Yeah, and it's shit. Let's just stay over here. They
I have a pretty good book at home, Paul. I'll look it up. I think it's called the Native Americans. I think it is, but I'll look it up, man. I'll let you know. It's a really good book, though. It's got beautiful pictures and like it's really like it shows you everything, man. Like different.
Well, you've got 2 different sectors.
They never
out
called
there.
it a costume. It was always regalia. They always use like an English word.
Right.
And one of the reasons that you talked about why someone gave me this, and I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but I had a lot of respect for people because of the way I carried myself.
Right.
I never was about drama. I was with the same woman forever.
Right.
I never slid around or TP creeped.
Right.
They call that TP creeping.
Right. Well, see, they should have gave her something for putting up with you for all this.
Yeah, I know. Should have gave her a medal or a chest to
Yeah,
pin
I
it
mean
on.
something.
Or a chest to put it on.
Well, now,
That was
I'm
my
leaving
dad.
all that alone.
That was my dad forever saying, "You want a medal or a chest to put it on?"
Speaking of which, she's watching live. She said, "What are you talking about me for?"
I got the Godfather theme on there.
Uh
A lot of my kin call me the Godfather.
huh. Uh huh.
It's one of my buddies probably wanting some advice. I get a lot of that.
I don't.
I get quite a few people. They don't like what you say, do they?
No, they think I already had sugar to it. Where's the sugar bowl, Papa? I ain't got one.
Papa likes to put that brown sugar on there.
I like the bare truth. Man up and listen to it.
Yeah.
You know, if you ask me, you need to man up and hear the truth.
Well, I think that's what you was talking about with the millennials and the young people.
Yep.
They don't want to face criticism. That's why they don't.
Right.
That's
No,
why they don't
no.
like to talk in person.
The two of their things is they live in the demand world. They want it all right now, and they want everybody to give them that trophy. Give me the participation.
We're living in
trophy.
we're living in an entitlement society.
Right. And I didn't grow up like that. I didn't raise my kids like that. So I can't help it.
And it's not all their faults either, because
No, it's their parents' fault for raising them that way.
yeah, because they let them get away with too much, and they never whipped their butt or told them no.
Oh, mine knew.
Mine does too.
Mine
He does pretty good, but he's not spoiled and he has respect.
knew. Well,
And
that's the main
he'll
thing.
talk to you right to your face. You know, he's
Right.
a good kid. He
Well,
really
that's
is.
like Hunter. Hunter's like 15. That's Brandon's boy.
Okay.
And he'll come on here.
That's all my boy is 15.
And but he'll come on, and him and his dad he rides with his dad. He's homeschooled, and he'll come on and shoot the bull and hold a decent conversation.
Yeah, that's great.
You know, so
Well, you know,
and that's what you need to get your boy doing, and get him to coming on, get him to subscribe.
I've tried to get him going. He likes to stay in the background. He don't like to do videos. You know, honestly, he's a very humble person in a lot of ways.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
He
One of
must
it.
get that from his mama. He ain't getting it from you.
No, he ain't getting it from me. I'm not really a humble guy when it comes to some things, but
Well, I'm a stumble guy, but not humble.
oh boy.
They're gonna blow you up.
I'm gonna shut this off.
You might as well just answer and tell them I'm out of business today.
I'm out of something,
Right?
out of money or something.
Hell, I'm always out of money.
I know, I feel lonely.
That's one of my favorite things nowadays. I tell Mama, hell, I used to bring you my paycheck. Then they started direct deposit, and I'd bring you my settlement.
That's funny, isn't it?
I
You don't
said,
even see.
now I don't see none of it.
You don't see any money anymore.
Well, the check goes into direct deposit.
That's the
They
way I do.
email her the
That's the way
settlement.
we do it.
All I see is this damn dash.
That's it.
What's wrong with this picture?
Do you ever treat yourself in any way?
Not really. And I don't need to. You know, I really don't.
When you were younger, did you do anything to?
No, I've always been family oriented, and I've always been poor enough that the money I made needed to go to the family. You know, I was raising 3 kids, and whatever I made, the kids was always needing shoes or school supplies, and I was the kind that I would have to start buying for Christmas 4 months before Christmas. You know, if we knew school was starting at the end of the summer, so we'd start buying during the summer and watching for the sales.
Well, that's a good way to do it because you got to get the sales.
Well, we
And
would hit
here
for
in New
sales
Mexico,
if
they
the
have
kids.
they have tax-free weekends for
Right. Well, they
for
didn't.
for kids.
They
you
didn't
know?
have them when my kids were younger. They started as they got older.
Do they do it in
But,
Texas now?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
But you know, the kids knew that was buying them these new shoes, and those are for school. We might wind up buying them a half size bigger because they grow so damn
Yeah,
fast.
my
You know.
son's almost 5'11", and
So
he wears about a 10 and a half already. He's big. He's a tall, skinny kid, but
yeah.
he eats like
Yeah.
a horse, man. He eats
No,
twice
see,
as much
you
as I
need to-
do.
That's one more animal in your corral. there.
Believe me, he eats.
Oh.
He's a good kid, though, man. He's an awesome kid.
Well, and I don't regret not treating myself and all that stuff. Little Joe, he's struggling, and he's to a fact where, to a point where, even though he's struggling, he puts the kids first.
That's good.
You know, and that's how it should be. That's how everybody should be. Look, immigration law. Maybe I can go become an American. Tell them I'm an illegal and I start getting some benefits.
You can try.
So they'd watch my videos and say, "Oh hell no, you're not liberal enough."
I tell people about your videos here and there, and I tell them that if I get a sense they're a nice person.
Yeah. Well, if they're not nice, I've got people that
Yeah,
weed them out. Have you ever learned how
that's
to?
what these are for.
Have you been learning how to do any of the posting and stuff?
Not yet. I'm still learning.
You told me you learned how to block messages,
Well, here, I'll
delete
show-
messages.
I'll show you what I'm dealing with. Listen.
Now, folks, I want you to understand, this is coming from someone when my tablet went out.
Yeah.
He
buy an
trying
iPad.
to tell me how to get an iPad. Oh, iPads are so easy. And now that I made him a moderator, he can't figure out the damn iPad. I'll
Well,
tell on you.
well, right now, mainly, to tell you the truth, I use this.
Right.
And the reason is, I use this is because for some reason my iPad don't get updates when you go on.
Yeah. Well, there you are. We're doing the live stream right now.
Okay.
It's running just a couple of seconds behind.
I'm trying to. There we go. See, once I'm on this, I don't know how to split this screen in order to. See,
Right.
I can't figure out how you would do it.
You might not be able to do
I don't
it
think
off
you're
there.
able to do it on
There's
this.
several things that we are learning.
But I mean, if I want to get on and go to channel, report block, all that
Right.
stuff, hide users,
Right.
I can do that stuff. But I need to get a hold of Apple to see if it's possible to do it.
Well, hell, you're down here. There ought to be an Apple store around.
Look, I'm sitting there watching myself on
I
TV
know.
right now.
Well, I'm saying it's just a second or two behind the live stream. Oh.
That's a weird watching yourself on TV as you're making a video. That's on another level of
But
weirdness.
we are learning. There's a lot of stuff. I'm wanting to make Bobby a moderator, and
Bobby Coons.
yeah,
Right
and I was going to have
He's
Paul
pretty good,
do it,
dude.
and Paul was trying, and there's just certain stuff you can't do off the phone.
There isn't.
So
I don't.
I've got to have Little Joe or Carlos do it off of their laptop.
I'm gonna keep working on it though. I'm not done yet. I need to get.
Yeah, Carlos, you still on here, or did you jump off already?
We got any comments, guys?
I've seen a couple pop up. Nope, you don't have to hit that. See, when you
I don't
hit
know why I
it
do that.
No, there
Sorry,
you go.
I keep forgetting that.
Just scroll.
What's the worst American people? I have no clue. What's that mean?
He was talking about all the false documentation out there.
Oh, okay.
That goes back to that
Paul
other
said
one.
something
That,
down there. Oh,
Let's
it says, how do you
see.
see Hill?
whatever you said, someone told you exactly.
Adam, I did do a powwow in New York at the Seneca Reservation. A lot of Mohawks in Seneca and the nations all go to that powwow at Salamanca, New York.
You're right, Paul. Most people want to be friends with their kids. You can't be friends and parents,
I even did a powwow in New Brunswick, New Jersey once.
right?
That was the wildest thing I ever seen. All of a sudden, a whole bunch of people showed up late at night. And I tell you what, I used to roll into those powwows, man, like 2 or 3 in the morning.
Right? All right.
I used to drive from Western Pennsylvania all the way up to
Back
Philly.
this up where I can lean on my stairs.
Go ahead.
They seem to be hearing us all right. Me being the silent person I am.
Oh yeah, you're quiet like me.
Yeah, I'm listening to them bouncing my trailer. You can tell how far up in it sounds. They got 86 pieces, I think, to pull off.
You have to show it to a cat. I'd like to see how big they are.
Oh, it's dirty as hell. It's a big
it's okay. I
mess.
don't care.
Climb up there and take gander.
All right.
Don't be making fun of me for living in a damn messy truck.
Oh, that's all right, bro.
Over there on the
Can you grab that?
over there on that passenger side, that on the bottom is the ice box. Above it is my closet. You can just move that jacket. It ain't nothing special. It ain't nothing special at all. They make them all the same anymore. Basically, yeah. I mean, this is your typical lightweight little plastic truck where you can haul more weight. Oh. That old Road King Mike is older than most of these drivers out here. Oh. Well, it's an old 3-pin. And there ain't too many that have 3 pins anymore. And it's a side mount, so that dates your radio, my radio right there. So. Oh yeah. When you smoke like I do, you carry them. Just throw that in the passenger seat. I keep it hung on that armrest. Oh yeah, it's automatic. Oh, the seat, it adjusts, it's set up for me. When you turn sideways, if you wait a second, it'll lower down so that when you step out of the truck, you ain't stepping so far. The way I have it set up, it does. These guys that set with it so low and their ass is lower than their knees, that's bad on them. They need to set where their legs are straight out. Yep. Well, no, where you're not right there. Yeah, where your hand is. See, that needs to be straight. That way your feet can be flat on the floor. Well, and that's a matter of where I tell these drivers, which that's what I praise Stone about. Stone is one of them that he finds the backing a challenge, so he won't just take the pull through and all that. He'll try to find something that would challenge him a little bit. You know, so it's a matter of how far you're going to challenge yourself. So, oh, don't be taking pictures of my dirty truck. Here, hand me your phone, put it on camera. I'll shoot a picture of you up in there.
I said it like that.
Oh, hell, I got to reverse it. Right there. Y'all took another fall. They took another fall. No, I'm lucky it didn't. Had tell me rotate device. Well, you're gonna have to wait a minute, and that was just a matter of the wind catching it with me having it tilted back so far. Readjust it just a little bit. Y'all hold on a minute. All right. Let me back up a little bit. I'm not going to get the company logo in there.
Okay.
Company might not like that. All right. There's your 2 or 3 of them.
All right, thanks, bro.
See how those look. See what I mean by that seat dropping down?
That's awesome, man.
Turn your camera off or you're going to be making a lot of pictures there.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it don't look like I broke it.
You didn't break it?
Nah.
I thought it was my phone that fell.
No.
That scared me. I was like, oh no. The old WT. Is that a pretty good company, Papa?
They're okay.
Yeah.
Old Road King Mike's is worth a pretty penny.
Yeah,
I don't know.
that's a nice mic, Paul.
They would have to rewire it for these new CBs.
Yeah, it's an old 3-pin. It's probably worth some money. That says something about Seneca, part of the Mohawk. That's awesome, Mister. Yeah, I did that powwow in Salamanca, New York. It was a pretty good experience.
All right, I'm gonna leave that a little bit farther forward. Gonna have to give me some kind of a hard shell for that thing. The way it keeps dropping. So, but yeah, it's good at it farther out where that wind was catching it, so that I can be lazy and lean on my stairs here.
See, this one has like a. This is
right. I have hard case on my cell phone, but
like the
not
OtterBox
for my tablet.
really helps
Right.
me. They still can break though.
Oh yeah.
Even with the OtterBox on there.
Oh yeah.
Most people don't like Apple. Some people do. Some people love Apple. Some people love Android. You know.
Yeah. Well, Android is what
It's
I
something.
know.
It's what I could afford, and one of the reasons I got it because I had like a few friends that had Apple products, and you can FaceTime people.
Yeah.
And when you live so far away, you never get to see them.
Yeah.
It's kind of neat to be able to see their face, you know. Because most of those Facebook things.
Well, man, Joe did something like that when he went to the Philippines. He had to go over there 2 or 3 times for his college, for his.
Well, you were there back in the day, weren't you?
Long time ago.
You and my Uncle Lee.
No.
My uncle, I got pictures. I got pictures when he was in the military. I got one picture. He got hit by a mortar or something, and he had his leg up on a Jeep, and it was all wounded. And I got a picture of that. Old 50s.
Yeah, I was there in the late 70s, and it's a whole different world over there now. And we barely have a presence.
He was in Korea and Philippines. Me and my mother took care of him when he got older. He had Alzheimer's, and he had shrapnel scars all over his whole body, from his neck all the way down.
Yeah.
He had them all over.
Yeah.
The only thing he ever said about the Korean War was they loved to headbutt. That was his extent of telling me that they loved to headbutt.
Okay.
I said, okay.
Okay.
That's about his extent of telling me about the Korean War. Of course, you know, most old timers don't like to talk about war.
They try to put it behind them.
You got to get rid of it as quick as you can.
Yep. And some of them never do. My uncle never did.
They won't talk about it.
I mean, he never got rid of it.
My uncles, they would never talk about it.
He was a ranger in the Army.
That's one of my uncles was.
And he just wouldn't talk about it. Now the other one was a cook in the Navy and went to the Air Force. He was a cook in the Air Force. Worked some kind of construction for them. But I had like about 4 of them that was over there. And yeah, they didn't talk about it.
That was my plan. If I wouldn't have had health problems, I would have went in the Air Force, because when I was a teenager, I was in the Civil Air Patrol for a few years. As like Civil Air Patrol, U.S. Air Force Auxiliary. And man, I learned a lot of discipline from that.
You can.
I learned a lot from it. I got a lot out of Civil Air Patrol. I remember one time we went and helped some people that had a flood. We had to go to a town emergency thing and put sandbags out and stuff so they wouldn't flood out. Man, it was really bad. Paul's kind of facing that now.
Yeah. We're fixing to cut this off. If you got any questions, comments, anything, I'll give you a couple minutes. They're about done with me in there. I can tell from the way the wagon's bouncing.
You can hear it. You can hear it's getting more hollow.
Well, they're farther up front.
Yeah.
So.
Right there, yeah.
Yep. Oh, let's see if they threw anything on here. If not, we're fixing to cancel out on them.
We love y'all.
I'm gonna put my glasses on.
Ferris Bueller long years ago. Was that another myth you see in the movies? I don't think most Native Americans got along too well. Most tribes were usually at war all the time.
Yeah.
There was very little
Camaraderie.
meet and greet.
Yeah. Well, you know, and then,
well,
you
it was
know,
a
they're all
dog-eat-dog
into the
world. Everybody was starving
right.
to death.
Well, and they would take the women. You know, they took captives and all this, and made slaves out of them, whether people like that terminology or not.
Yeah.
You know, so
true grit.
Yeah. So, all right, folks, tell them goodbye. We're gonna get out of here. I appreciate y'all hanging out for 2 hours and 7 minutes.
Me and the big dogs. We're leaving.
Y'all remember, God loves you. So do we. Y'all have a blessed day now.
We love y'all. Bye.